What's going on, you guys? Keep me on the camera here, and I'm getting a lot of messages from people asking me to give my review on Summerslam, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I guess I should talk about the first match. Bray Wyatt versus Kane in a Ring of Fire match. Naturally, you would think that I loved that match, but I did not love that match. It was actually pretty fucking bad. I did not like the Bray Wyatt match, but now, I don't blame this on Bray Wyatt. I blame this on the WWE for making some absurd match type like the Inferno match that they stopped using years ago because it was so stupid. So, I didn't like the Bray Wyatt match, but I think it would have been much better had they just had Bray Wyatt versus Kane in, say, a hardcore match or something. So, that's what I think they should have done. Maybe a Buried Alive match. Something other than what they did, where we could have actually seen Bray Wyatt in the ring, because he's a really damn good wrestler. So, didn't really like that match. Then we got the Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow match. Now, I have not actually been a Damien Sandow fan. A friend of mine, Isaac, and I made a bet about a year ago who would become big first, Damien Sandow or Bray Wyatt. Now, at the time, Damien Sandow was already on the show, but I said within a year, Bray Wyatt would be on the show and he was going to be big. And he won the bet because Bray Wyatt injured himself and so much time had went by, but I wasn't really a fan of Damien Sandow. I haven't been a fan of Damien Sandow until recently. I did not like Damien Sandow versus Cody Rhodes. I thought it was another boring match. It was 2 in a row that I thought SummerSlam was starting to fall apart on me because I expected so much better. Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. Another one I didn't really care for. This pay-per-view, maybe it's just hard to impress me, but I was getting really annoyed by this pay-per-view because another match didn't really like, and Alberto Del Rio looked like he got his ass kicked or some shit. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk. Now that was the turning point of the night. It was obviously the best match of the night. It was just fun. It was an amazing match. Everything about Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk lived up to everything that it said it was going to live up to, man. It was a brawl. It was like something from the Attitude Era. And it all just gelled so well together. And you had Paul Heyman coming in with his little weak punches on CM Punk, and he got all of that match was amazing. Kudos to both of those guys for putting on one hell of a match, because that is the match that I was like, okay, I don't regret ordering this pay-per-view right now. Then we had the whole intergender tag match, which I didn't even watch, actually. My DVR was telling me I had simultaneous recordings as Breaking Bad was ending and the newsroom on HBO was beginning. So I had to wait 5 minutes till I could switch back. And so I didn't even see that match. So I don't have a review on it. I'm sure it was typical, something that I wouldn't have liked anyway. Whatever. And what a surprise the main event was. Seriously. Now, I'm not like most of you wrestling fans out there who just hates John Cena. I don't hate John Cena. It's just I don't like John Cena, the character. It's always the same thing. Like, had he won, he would have come out tomorrow night on Raw. Daniel Bryan, you took me to limits my body's never been to before. I almost tapped, I bled, my elbow was hurt, but the champ is here! I'm glad we don't gotta live through that. Pleasantly surprised at the fact that Daniel Bryan actually beat John Cena. And the reason I was really surprised about it was the fact that Daniel Bryan was beating his ass the whole match. Usually when a match is that one-sided against John Cena, it takes about the last 5 minutes before he rips his shirt off and Super Cena comes out and he does a couple of moves and wins. That's what I was fully expecting, but John Cena just got the hell beat out of him. So Daniel Bryan wins the world title, and I was like, yes! Oh my god! I was really excited. Then Randy Orton's music hits, and I go, uh-oh. He's gonna cash in his Money in the Bank contract, and he's gonna beat Daniel Bryan for the title. And then he goes to leave, and I got a little happier, and then Triple H pedigrees Daniel Bryan, and Randy Orton cashes in his Money in the Bank, and Randy Orton became the world champion, and all of that happiness deflated. I went from to Having said that, it was awesome. Those 2 matches alone made the pay-per-view worth buying, so Daniel Bryan and John Cena, great match. CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, match of the night. So overall, it was a pretty good WWE pay-per-view. The last 2 matches really saved it. The other ones before it weren't so horrible that I would say, oh god, I just didn't really care for them. So WWE SummerSlam, I would give that a solid 7 out of 10. It was a decent pay-per-view with 2 spectacular main events. Great job. So that's it. Like, subscribe, favorite.